residents of Igangan in Ibarapa North West Local Government Development Area of Oyo State vowed to resist any attempts to bring back the ejected Seriki Fulani of Igangan, Abdulkadir Saliu, to the community. According to Punch, the community warned that bringing back the Seriki Fulani to the town would be tantamount to suicide, adding that they would rather die than to accept Saliu back in the town. The entire town would rather commit suicide than to accept Seriki back. We would rather lay down our lives than for us and our generation to come to be subjected to the evil reign of Seriki again, the convener, Igangan Development Advocate Oladiran Oladokun, said. Oladokun was reacting to a statement made by the Seriki Fulani that he would consider moving back to Igangan if given the opportunity to return to the community. I would consider moving back to Igangan, Saliu, whose family members have settled temporarily in Ilorin, Kwara State, had said on Thursday. Speaking with our correspondent on Friday, Oladokun said the residents of the town have been enjoying a breath of fresh air and relief since the eviction of Saliu and his men. He said farmers now have renewed hope of returning to their farms to continue agricultural activities without fear of being raped, kidnapped, and killed. The Ida leader said the people of the community would not want anything that would truncate the momentary peace and tranquility that they have started enjoying. Our people will not allow that reign, that enslavement to come back now that they have tasted freedom a little. We are now relieved. People could not go to their farms for so many months, but people are now thinking of going back to their farms and they now have hope of a better life, and you want to take that hope away from them? Our people won't allow that, the youth leader said. Continuing, Oladokun said, in the media, people perceived what happened. Yes, they perceived what happened in Igangan as an exaggeration. But for about 20 years, Igangan lived under the oppressive blood carnage championed by the Seriki himself. How do I know? Why is it that on every occasion no Fulani was prosecuted if the Seriki is really who he claims to be and he cares so much about the town? Why did he not bring out at least one culprit and say, Igangan people, this one that you claim killed a farmer last week, this is him. We got him for you. We don't want criminals amongst us. We don't want people to tarnish our image. Why hasn't the Seriki done that over the years? Seriki claimed he had no control over Igangan, but it is a lie. He had control over the town and the killings. He had sway over Igangan. Even the Asi Igangan of Igangan land and the chiefs were helpless and they bowed to him. That is why when they elders committed a crime, they would go to him, Seriki, and he would tell them to relax. Even if they killed or raped a woman in the farm, he would tell them it was the Jama congregation that did it, he alleged. Oh my God. The question I've asked is that why is it that the northerners, I've not complained about the atrocities of the other tribes who are living in the north, because there's none. So when people just come out and say, oh, they are just labeling these people, and don't forget that it was discovered that he had a cell detention in that place, and he has access to presidency, to IG, to this, to that. Even if not for at least for this period that this man has come on board, the president has come on board, we have been seeing a lot of things that these people just did, do out of boldness. They just do it that nothing will happen, and nothing has really happened. And are you going to blame the people? When you fail to do what you are supposed to do as a government, this is what you get. If you are not transparent, if you are not plain, if you are not genuine, if people cannot see it, it is not in your place to tell people what you are doing. It is in the hand of the people to be able to say, these are the things that we are experiencing. And that is it. Best decision taken by the community, let Kwara government resettle him and his family to their land. Enough is enough. They asked him to live with his life intact. He is not grateful to God. How many people the Fulani herdsmen have sent to untimely grave can come back to life? Have they investigated the allegations levied against him before asking him to come back? Or is he above the law, asking him to come back without addressing the grues of his host community? Is a perfect recipe for chaos. They should not even reason any talk of taking him back. If they do, all this means fight. All the fight will mean nothing. May God bless the Igangan community for the bold decision. Never allow them on your soil at all, because by the time they strike back, one may not believe that they are human beings at all. Yoruba should be resolute and be united this time and fight against insecurity caused by Fulani herdsmen in their land. They should learn from Eastern Security Network. Everywhere is now hot for Fulanis, all because of the negligence of their lawlessness by the current government. Truly, common sense is not common, and this has been proven by the current government. I wonder what people are waiting for before everyone demands a referendum. Like, seriously? Oh my goodness. Just like we are all tired of Fulanis in Southwest, we are more than tired of Buhari steering the affair of this country. Even without being told, does the man have two lives? They don't want you in a place. You are still insisting that you want to go there. You want to cause more problem for yourself. Even the king of a town, if majority in that community don't want him or her, that community must that community must quit, talk less of a stranger. He does not even fear his life. The people who are there, just like they said, that it is not an exaggeration. They know what they have been passing through. You that you have not, you don't know what has happened to other people. You don't know how it feels. You can come out and be doing this and that. They know what they are talking about. These people have endured enough. Believe you me, and you can't tell me that all the Yoruba leaders, none of them have will pretend not to have heard all these things. The government will not pretend not to have heard all of these things. What have they done? They are not doing anything, and now the Ooni of Ife coming out to tell Sunday Igboho, so let the government continue from where it stops, or so should take over. He should not do this. It's unfortunate. If not that Sunday Igboho now came for these people, came for the to the rescue of these people, nobody would have known the weight of this whole thing. The gravity of this whole thing. We just think, normal farmer, whatever, you think this thing, but people who have lost loved ones is a pity. Who is going to compensate them? Even if you compensate them with what? With what?